Starmer is being warned by his own MPs. Don't give the EU a blank cheque. Well, he may well do. There are warnings out over the net zero rules that could damage British industry, and Starmer's now been warned by his own party not to go down that path. Labour tensions are rising. Net zero is becoming increasingly unpopular within the Labour Party. Now, MPs have written directly to Downing Street. They are urging the Prime Minister to slow down negotiations with the EU over net zero. Their concerns are that closer alignment with EU carbon rules will put British firms at a significant disadvantage, forcing them to pay higher costs than international competitors, and thus basically driving them out of business. That is one of the big problems we've got, especially as we've already got the highest price of energy in Europe, indeed in the Western world. Now, at the centre of the row is the EU's emissions trading scheme, the ETS. The government is negotiating to rejoin the EU carbon market, which lets the which the UK left after Brexit. But it works like this. Companies are given permits to emit greenhouse gases. The fewer emissions allowed, the higher the carbon price. Higher prices push firms to cut pollution, but increase costs. And the EU's carbon price is far higher than the UK's current system. Rejoining would raise costs for British industry and potentially for consumers. So the best thing is to say no. But Starmer wants to bend over and take it from the EU because it's another way of destroying Britain. So he probably isn't going to listen. Destroying Britain is all he's concerned with, of course. Now, Labour MP Henry Tufnell warned that Britain must not sign up to rules it cannot control. We cannot lock ourselves into paths that do not match our industrial realities, he said. Another Labour MP, Melanie On, said talks should be delayed until the impact on manufacturing is fully understood. The letter warns the UK could be signing up to future emissions targets without even knowing what they will be. It is, he said, a blank cheque. Starmer, of course, has been pushing for closer ties with the EU because he hates the idea of Britain succeeding on its own. He wants Britain to be controlled by a dictatorship. He wants Britain destroyed, and a way of subsuming it into the EU will quicken that end. He absolutely loathes this country and everyone in it. And that's fine, because everyone in it loathes that fat wanker. But he says it will boost clean investment. It will destroy all investment. It won't boost anything. He said it'll improve energy efficiency. That's the one thing it definitely won't do. He says it'll add up to $3 billion a year to the UK economy. Laughable. He's already taken $50 billion a year out of the of the UK economy. He said it will remove EU export charges on £7 billion of British goods. It will do no such thing. These are just lies. The man can't help himself. The truth is so devastating, he has to lie. But his lies are shit as well, aren't they? Because they're easily proved wrongable, if that's a word. But anyway, the big tension at the moment, the big dilemma is clear. Lower emissions and closer EU alignment at great price and destruction of our economy, or higher costs and industrial competitiveness, which will destroy our economy. Best thing, walk away, say FRO, and ignore them, and then get rid of our carbon negotiation ETF stuff. Just get rid of it. And say, firms, go out there into the world and make stuff as cheap as you can and flog it exactly the same way China does. And watch as we boom. But of course, that's not what he wants. He would hate Britain to boom. He wants Britain to sink. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Goodbye.